Welcome to Mind Rot.
Hi.
Hi.
I like the double hand wave.
Yeah. Woo, jazz hands. I'm Aiden.
I'm Lexi.
And I'm Isaiah.
We follow in turn rotation order.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the
yeah.
plans.
Yeah.
Calculated.
I did that intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of like debating. I was like, do I jump in second? I was like, but it's kind of fun to let Lexi jump in second. So it's
I
like,
appreciate it.
there's like a little half-second pause. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to maybe explain to the people who?
Yeah. Okay. So today we're gonna be talking a little bit about the secret lair situation. Starting
The situation.
the situation.
Should we call it the crisis? The secret layer crisis?
I mean, secret liars. Secret layers.
Oh, that's good.
The situation in secret layers.
Yes.
Not so secret.
Oh my god. So there is a new secret lair commander deck on the horizon. It's called Everyone's Invited.
Everybody.
Including you. And
Oh.
you. And me.
Yeah.
I did not get an invite, but you know.
It's
Yeah.
it's still on its way.
Yeah. You have to pay money to get it.
Oh, of course.
Like at least 150 plus shipping.
Yeah, it's exclusive only.
It's probably cheaper than going to like an actual wedding or something I get invited to. So, so that seems fair.
Yeah, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
like the
that's
art
good.
looks pretty cool.
I did I think I saw the Soul Ring and I saw the Morphon and I saw is there like a Realm Walker or like there's a Realm Walker, right? It's like a green changeling thing.
There's a Tender Dryad.
I didn't see the Dryad.
I'm gonna pull up the.
I'm gonna be
card
honest.
stuff
I have not looked at it, mostly because I have some quarrels with secret layers lately.
I'm
Yeah,
honestly so like just my first immediate reaction is I am pretty frustrated with how they are spoiling this set.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so hard to follow any of it. Like the fact that like I haven't seen half of these.
Yeah, like I have screenshots from Reddit.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't have it on any official.
Like I understand wanting to
Love
let
that.
the community, show off these cards, and like I honestly really respect them for like letting content creators and stuff. One of my favorites, got to show off a card, so that's cool. But on the other end, it's like it's so dissonant. Like it's just like everything is so separated from each other. It's like it doesn't even feel like it's like a deck release. But I don't really. Yeah, it's like a weird way to release a deck.
And they have the perfect platform for it.
Yeah.
Like, they have the Magic site and they have the Secret Lair site.
Yeah.
Like they could have easily put the cards and then they could put check out this creator's stream.
They could have been like,
oh yeah,
it could be like a countdown. Like, all right, this day is gonna be this person. Like, go to this person's channel and then here's the
And we know that they can do it because they do it for the standard releases.
Yeah.
You can go see
What was the
who's
one
spoiling what.
Wasn't there literally a Secret Lair countdown like a few years ago where it was like the 30?
That was for Christmas.
Yeah.
It was like an advent calendar.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, but like they literally can do stuff like that. I remember that Secret Lair coming out. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like the card quality, I think it was expensive. I remember not getting
Not surprised.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy what they're doing with these decks because they are fun decks.
Yeah.
But they are just like people are buying them just to sell them.
Yeah.
Or just to flip them, and
Yeah.
it's really rough.
It is. I mean, like to be fair, like it does feel like some of the deck construction is dubious.
Yeah.
Like I'm specifically talking about the Cute to Brute. I think that's maybe the worst, like functionally of the bunch. And then also the 20 Ways to Win as well.
Yes.
Like I that one at least has a fun meme of like you get to try to do all the things, and I've seen someone on Reddit like successfully did them all, was checking them off.
Yeah. So my husband's doing that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And so in our house we keep a list of every commander game that we play.
That's
the
cute.
past so we have commander sets.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
do you use the Playgroup app or
No, we use Excel.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his 20 Ways to Win deck is one of the most winning decks in our house.
Really? That's so funny, huh?
It's so stupid.
That's so
interesting.
ironic.
It just looks like it shouldn't work, so that's really funny.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Cute to Brute one especially, that one looks like it was just an advertisement for the card, like a box of the cards. Yeah. It might as well have just been like an unlabeled or like a just a named secret layer that was in the box. Like they could have not advertised it as a deck, and I think people would be none the wiser.
Actually, yeah, that one could have been just a successful secret layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll be curious to see the full deck list reveal.
Tribal can work. Like, I know one of my favorite content creators, MTG Mudsta. He has a Mistform Ultimates deck that he plays all the time. He really likes. And that's just all about putting all the best like mono blue tribal stuff, no matter what tribe you're playing. And so like I think it's a cool idea. Like you just like you fill up the deck with all of the best like tribal stuff, but then all your creatures are changelings, so you get to like get value from all of it. It's like a fun puzzle to try to solve.
I got a quick question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first secret layer that you actually bought?
Yes.
From the website specifically.
Yes.
I don't count the store ones.
OMG Kitties.
OMG Kitties.
OMG Kitties. That was one of the very first ones. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yep. The very first secret layer I bought was the National Women's Day one.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
I really regret selling most of those, but
no, yeah.
Yeah, but I just like over time, like most of the other I kept Narset. That's my girl, so I had to keep her. The one I wanted to keep also was Marin. I ended up selling it because it was just so expensive at the time. Kind of glad I did. I think it dropped down because of all the reprints, but
the first one I bought was the Evil Dead one.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa, that's so recent.
Yeah.
That is a very recent.
Empty.
Yeah.
I ask because this is the only time they've ever actually did like a gotcha for me on Secret Lair.
Oh yeah.
I up until this point I was very anti Secret Lair.
Oh yeah.
I love the art. Like give credit to the artists, provide different art styles for cards. It just adds more flair to the game. However, I think it's very I personally think it's in poor taste to limit a product.
Yes, and that hasn't always been the case. There was a lovely time where there was not limited quantities.
Yep. It is funny. There were definitely some downsides to that, unfortunately. Like my National Women's Day secret layer took like 9 or 10 months to ship.
Yep.
It's really funny. I got a collector box for that, so that was kind of cool. They sent me a whole Theros. No. Was it Theros or Kaldheim? No, it was Theros. Theros Beyond Death collector box, which was crazy to make up for it.
Yeah.
They were supposed to send out packs, and some people got packs only, but I got boxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
But if I hadn't gotten that, I probably would have been extremely salty that I had waited a whole year for. It's essentially a Magic Kickstarter at that point, right? Like.
Yeah, it is. It is. I still feel like that's preferable.
That's fair.
Just because I know. Yeah, the Heads Tails deck. I know a lot of people were very upset with the shipping time on that.
Yeah.
But like, I would rather, me personally, I would rather wait a year to receive a deck that I paid for than to log into Secret Lair half an hour after the sales start just to not be able to receive any product or buy any product,
or to be put in a waiting queue.
I was gonna say half hour is pretty generous. I was gonna say there'd be like 5 minutes and the queue's already filled up, right?
Right. I guess I'm
I'm
always there on 11 a.m. at the dot.
Yeah, I was gonna say even then you don't have a chance of getting it. Like if you're there at the time of. So I was like 30 minutes, you might as well give up. Like
right, exactly.
But yeah, I'm not saying that that's the correct way to do it either, for sure. I can understand why they have gone to print demand, or not the print demand. I'm sorry. I can see why they've gotten to limited printing. I mean, of course, also there's the whole FOMO aspect of it all, right?
Yes.
Which is, of course, exactly what they're trying to generate.
Don't get me started on FOMO.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. It's so scummy. Like, and I wish they were more transparent about the entire process. Like, if we could see like how many that they are actually printing, and maybe between each release they are increasing.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Like, I would feel good about that.
Yeah, exactly. Or if like I don't know, they're I mean, like, for one, fix their website so people can't just like break the system and cheat. Like, I mean, there's like one simple thing to do at least. But yeah, no, the limited run does suck, and I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if the solution is just to go straight back to like to unlimited runs. Like, I think there has to be some healthy middle ground. But it's just tough, right? Because like they definitely don't want to overprint, so they're not just gonna print a bunch. Yeah. They don't want to be sitting on extra.
I think they should though, because like what they could do, since they have that second like portion of their website now where it's like what the vault stuff,
Chaos Vault.
The Chaos Vault, like they could just throw in like the leftover cards from that on there.
And that's part of the issue is that they have this leftover stock that they've already paid for.
Yeah.
And of course, it doesn't cost them as much as it costs us. But it doesn't look good for the shareholders.
Yeah.
So I think that's another reason why they should do print to demand, because then you don't have this extra stuff. Oh, we thought this was going to be a home run. Yeah. And you're sitting on a bunch of freebies for the next couple of years.
Yeah, that makes sense. I the other thing I also wonder too is and so this is the problem is of course I'm not in the industry, so there's so much of the process that I'm not going to be knowledgeable enough to comment on. But I'd have to imagine that it must be a pretty big impact to their production process if they end up selling more than they initially anticipated for a print on demand thing, and especially when they're printing 6 sets a year. Not to say that.
Yeah.
Right. But we have some recent examples where they did handle it with the charity secret Lairs, like the one for Sheldon Menery and the one for GDQ.
That's true.
And they took unlimited orders for those, and it was 2 months, 3 months to get to. They can do it. Definitely.
I imagine they were worried about more intense secret Lairs, like a Marvel one. If that one was unlimited. It's I know so many people would buy it, and I think it's just if they're printing it at the level, if they have to print it at the level that they're printing a whole set, that's pretty intense for just one secret layer.
I know, but they're already charging more. The number of cards are less.
Do you think that they should limit the amount people can buy?
Absolutely.
Say that each person through checkout is limited to 2 or 3.
They'd have to track it by card, right, or something. The hard part is just bots, right? That's what makes it so difficult to
exactly.
That's what makes that system so difficult, is it actually just punishes the average person instead of the people that are actually taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
Because you just all right, I'm gonna make 100 bots. We're gonna buy 100 of them, and we're gonna do it way faster than any other person can. Because
Yep.
So yeah, Yeah, they definitely can. You're right. Like you said, they've done print-on-demand options in recent times, even. But.
Well, I think. Sorry, I didn't. Go ahead. Okay, I was gonna say that. I think the Wizards kind of shot themselves in the foot within the past few years with just the amount of product that they're pumping out really fast. They've essentially made it so their community, their players, don't know what the days were like when you had to wait several months for a set to come out. Tarkir, by the time this comes out, Dragonstorm Tarkir or Tarkir Dragonstorm is already out. And I don't know if you saw this, but we got an email from our distributor that said that, Wizards is already sold out. Whatever the distributor has left, that's it. They're not making any more.
For Dragonstorm?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Wizards is already sold out on it.
It's going to be in production though for the next couple of years though, because it's standard.
It'll come back. It'll just be a while. I mean, it'll be kind of I imagine it'll be like Foundations, because we didn't get Foundations for about 5 months after the initial release. So.
But we probably won't see anything in a mass quantity like we normally get until August.
Damn.
Yeah, that one actually that's really exciting news to me, honestly, because because this is the first good in universe IP that has not been what people call them hat sets.
Yeah, no, it's not a hat set.
Yeah. Yep. That was in a while, and it also has outsold all of the hat sets from last year. It is one of the highest selling sets in recent years.
Yeah.
It's we were doing Christmas numbers in April.
Yeah,
we were doing Christmas numbers in April with this set.
Wizards, listen, we want original Magic sets.
We want traditional fantasy. We want dragons. People want dragons.
Yes.
Really want dragons.
Also, if we're doing a PSA to Wizards, fix your goddamn stories. I like to read the shit, but make it actually make sense.
Brandon Sanderson is right around the corner.
There we go.
I can't really comment on the stories. That's actually been something that I don't think a lot of people know about me. Is I actually just the lore is the thing I'm the least interested in Magic.
Yeah.
I'm just not a traditional fantasy person. It's just the gameplay that's really speaks out to me, and a lot of the design of characters and stuff. But not to bash on the Magic lore. There is some cool storylines told and stuff. It's just I would never read that on my own. It wouldn't be something I'd seek out actively that often.
Yeah. No, I love Magic because it dips into so many aspects in life, because it's it's social.
Yep.
It's art. It's compelling gameplay.
Yep.
It's lore. It hits just so many things.
It does. Yeah. And everyone gravitates to the thing that they like the most.
And it
sucks to be middle class and to be getting priced out of my favorite hobby.
It does. It does.
It fucking sucks.
Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about Universes Beyond standard sets?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah.
Why we started with The Walking Dead. They said that it would never come to standard.
Never.
And here
ever.
we are. Half of our incoming sets are going to be Universes Beyond.
Yep.
And they're going to cost more.
They're going to cost more.
What the fuck?
They're saying that your standard is now going to cost literally like essentially 1.5 times as much. With
1.5?
Right? Is that essentially right? Because
no, I heard it was like a 25% increase.
Well, I meant because there's going to be half of your sets are still going to be regular price.
Right,
so that's why I mean like overall, if you're playing standard, it's going to cost about 1.5 times more to play just in general, right? And I think the only saving grace is that if these Universes Beyond sets are really popular, then singles will be really cheap. Which will be because like Dragonstorm singles are super low. Like I don't think we have a single case card in the set like base version. Even like the Mox Jasper is like sub 20. So so like if this set is also like if Spider-Man, Final Fantasy, and Avatar are all big hits, which of course they will, like they're like all those IPs are insanely huge. Then that will at least mean like a lot of the singles will be pretty cheap. Now, of course, you'll have your chase like serialized like web shooters or whatever.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
Buster Sword. I'm not sure. You know, so like, but yeah, no, it is ridiculous that you're asking. Like, I think I was seeing like some sets or some stores doing pre-releases for like $50 or something for a pre-release, which is like, I'm really scared to see what ours is going to cost. Just.
Man, and we try really hard to keep it within a reasonable price for people too, because that at the end of the day, that is like our whole shtick is like making it accessible for players. But when it costs like almost the price of what we're selling the box for, it's really hard to keep that promise.
Yeah, I think it is. I feel so lucky to live in a city that has such an active LGS, multiple LGSs, and I think your store in particular is very well priced.
We try our best.
I'm sorry people yell at you.
It happens.
People will find any reason to not be happy.
Yeah. I think it's okay to not be happy at big corporations.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Just don't blame the small guys.
Honestly, I don't like a lot of people just straight up don't know, right? Like you see something priced up at a store and like it's hard to say if they are indeed just like scalpers at the store, right? If they're like, you know, it's like I get it, you know. Someone comes into the store and sees something really expensive, it's like they don't know what we paid for it, they don't know where the distribution chain, what's happening in it.
Yep.
So I have to just take it. It's like tongue in cheek, you know. It's but
it still sucks.
It does. I mean, yeah. But that's kind of life sometimes.
Ain't that just the way?
Absolutely.
Speaking of stores marking up products, I know we talked about this earlier, but I do believe that game stores should not be allowed to buy Secret Lairs, and that's hard to monitor too. I think you guys should have your own distribution network, because Secret Lair is supposed to be like first time ever. Yeah. Wizards to consumer.
Yeah.
And I think you guys should also have that.
Yeah, I definitely. So like Wizards does do certain like Secret Lair direct to store type products.
Sometimes,
but they don't do it enough.
No, it's super picky. It's about once a year, maybe.
Yeah.
That.
So like I think we're getting the Deadpool.
Yeah, the Deadpool one.
Last one before that was Calling All Hydras.
So I was gonna ask you about that. That was a really pretty Secret Lair also.
It was a good one.
Not worth the price.
That I heard that with this Deadpool one that stores will be able to contact Wizards pre-release for Secret Lairs. Is that true? Or is that
contact
just a rumor?
stores for what?
To get Secret Lair stock.
Oh, I haven't
starting
heard
with the
first
Deadpool
I've heard it.
Okay.
Maybe.
It was just a post I saw on Reddit. I'll link it here.
Oh yeah, I'll take a look at it and see. I haven't heard about that just yet, but but maybe.
I wonder if that's like certain stores are able to do that, or if that's like something that like those stores are promising. You know.
I hear stores are getting charged an arm and a leg for these Deadpool Secret Lairs.
Yes, I also heard that too.
But like cost is very close to the MSRP on those, and that's kind of like the problem just with stores buying the Secret Lairs in general. Honestly, is like if you buy a Secret Lair wholesale, like you have to mark it up. You have to, yeah, or you just sell the singles, right? That's the other thing. We're luckily enough a big enough store that we can just do that. But yeah, I mean, if the direct chain to Wizards is also just essentially the same as buying it full price, and that kind of puts. It's like, is it really a bonus that we have this Deadpool secret layer, or am I just selling it for more and customers are getting salty again? So that makes it tough too. I mean, it would be cool. It would be really cool if we could access some secret layers. But I mean, that just that would just add more stress and tension to the already difficult system of print to demand or limited print runs.
Yeah.
They would have to overhaul their whole system to, I think.
Yeah.
The FOMO for the Deadpool one almost got me. I was very much like, oh, I love Marvel. I want to keep collecting all the Marvel secret layers as I go forward up until Spider-Man. And the only thing that prevented me from doing it was the fact that I was playing on Tabletop Simulator with some friends, and I play tested a deck that someone made on there. And I looked up the cards and went, yeah, I've had my fun. I'm done with it. I was like, wow, I need to do that more often with product. I don't get me wrong, I love the game. I love building decks. I love having the physical copies of things. Something about that tactile ownership that's really nice.
Yeah, collecting.
Yeah,
that's number 5.
Yeah, but when it's gonna cost me more than usual for the secret layer, and on top of it, not guaranteeing that I'm gonna be able to get it, I lose so much interest so fast. Because I do not have the income to be able to make those like impulsive decisions consistently. I have to downplay it for me. I have to tell myself, oh, it's a bad secret layer. Looks cool. Cards are bad. Even if they're not, I have to tell myself that just to prevent myself from giving into FOMO.
Yeah.
And it sucks. I shouldn't have to do that for a game that I like.
Yeah. Getting priced out of your hobby is one of the worst feelings. Related, I had my first issue with secret layer shipping.
I did hear about this.
Yeah, so I put in an order for SpongeBob and Kalia, and I was so excited to receive it because I love SpongeBob. I'm very excited for my Tox Roll deck, and the Kalia cards are beautiful. And then it arrived the same day as a secret layer that released a week later, the food tokens one. Had to pay $10 for shipping, but they both arrive on the same day, same porch. And I open up the food tokens, beautiful. I open up for SpongeBob and Kalia, and there's nothing inside. Like, what the fuck?
That's so sad.
And my question for you, because I did hear about that, were you able to get a hold of Wizards and their customer support?
So that was actually a very pleasant experience, if slow. But yeah, I got my package. I submitted a ticket. It took a couple days. All in all, it took about a week and a half, and I got my cards back. And they replaced everything, which is great. I was worried that they were going to send me just singles of the cards. I'm like, I really want the zombie bonus cards.
Yeah.
I
need to give you mine.
Yeah. Would you mind?
Oh, thank you.
Would you be okay with explaining a little bit of the process for people who don't know? Because some people might be persuaded away from doing stuff like that.
No. So it took a little bit of work, but it was super easy. So you go to the Secret Lair site, and they have a customer support area, or you could probably just Google Secret Lair submit ticket, and they'll have you log into your Wizards account, or if you checked out as a guest, they'll have you enter your order number. They'll want to take pictures and have a full, a little detailed summary about what the issue is. They ask what you want for replacements or what you're expecting, and then you submit it, and you can check the ticket status at any time. But yeah, I was doing some Redditing to see how long on average a ticket would be closed, and it was about a week. Mine took 4 days, so
that's
pretty
not bad.
quick.
That's really quick, actually. I'm thinking about the different oh my gosh, my insurance customer support took longer than that. So that's crazy.
Something that's a little bit more life or death oriented.
Right.
Well, I guess out of we're dogging on secret layers quite a bit. That is a good upside though. Knowing that their support page is pretty on set with that, that's good. Keep that.
Yeah.
And I will to give a little bit of good to the secret layers. I do think that that the creative team behind them shows so much love for each IP that they choose.
Agreed.
I will say there is that element. I have yet to see an out of universe IP that wasn't just handled magnificently in the Magic universe.
Agreed.
They've picked the cards they've picked to stand in for cards are almost always great fits. The art is incredible, like on almost all of them. They're flavorfully, like the mechanically unique cards are also flavorfully interesting. Like, oh my gosh, I was so excited to see the Black Panther card and like how they decided to show off the vibranium usage in his card. Like that is such a flavor win.
Yeah.
So many of the cards were just so well thought out, and like they were like so I'm a big Marvel nerd, so I was really excited to look through all of my secret layers and see the thing I was concerned about was like that this secret, like that Marvel was going to be MCUified whenever it came into like the Magic, because that tends to happen in a lot of like non-comic media, even in comic media, honestly. Like I was thinking Marvel vs. Capcom. Like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is so cool, and then Infinite just like MCU'd the whole cast and cut the X-Men FF out, and it was just so sad. But like it was cool to see like Claw, like Ulysses Claw, like was in his like sound costume and on one of the Black Panther cards, and like the Invaders, like Captain America's old like team was on on like the Into the Ranks, I think was the card. He was like those are not MCU characters, and they all had their classic comic looks. So like and then like Lord of the Rings, I know like something like that wasn't, I mean obviously that was like one of the highest selling sets of all time, but like I'm not a crazy big Lord of the Rings person, but like my friend Connor is, and he was talking about how like cool it was that they had quotes like directly from the book and stuff like all over.
Oh yeah.
And some of the interesting like takes that they had on characters and stuff, and it's like it just felt so fresh.
Favorite Secret Lair card art, and then favorite Secret Lair card mechanic.
Ooh, Secret Lair card art and mechanic.
Yeah.
I think I know my favorite mechanic. I actually have it down. It's, it's Negan. From the very first Walking Dead. That was one of my favorite cards. It's so funny too because it's one of the very first. It is the very first that they did, which is so funny. I mean, unless you count like the My Little Ponies and Transformers, or not Transformers. My Little Pony cards came out first, I think. But
did they really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they released them in like it was before they had Universes Beyond. They were just released as like silver border cards in a
Comic-Con or a convention set, weren't they?
No, they were like a toy or something. Oh. Maybe they were comic. Maybe they were.
I thought they were convention exclusive.
They might have been convention. There were two lines of them. The first wave of them, I think, was a toy, and the second wave, I think, was
that might be it.
But anyways, those technically predate the Walking Dead, but they weren't Universes Beyond. They were like silver bordered cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Negan's effect is so fun. I don't watch The Walking Dead, but I was really excited. I love villains. Villains are some of my favorites to see in media, and so it was really cool to learn about that character through the card. Like that was I think really interesting in my perspective, was that I didn't know who he was. I only knew him from his effect in there. And I got such a good grasp on who he was because when I started talking to people about him and stuff, and they were explaining him, I was like, "Oh, that's so funny." That's like they did such a good job of making him just a diabolical bastard that gives you like an awful choice to make. Like it's just, and then it's also really fun it's fun for the person playing it to build around. The unfortunate thing that I discovered is that that card essentially wants you to build around making your opponent sacrifice stuff, and that is just inherently not a fun strategy to play against. Yeah, but that's my favorite mechanic.
I think art-wise, from going from the Rolodex of my head, the Soul Ring for Tony Stark. I think that is like a really cool idea.
Yeah.
Not something I thought they were gonna do, but the fact that is because it's heart, the same thing that powers this thing, and Commander decks need a Soul Ring. It's kind of a bad deck.
Soul Ring gets your Iron Man out in turn 3, so
it sure does. Gets him out of the cave faster.
That's right.
Scraps. Lots of scraps.
Yeah.
Hearts. That's such a hard one. I keep going back to this one, so this must be my favorite. Mine's also a Soul Ring. I really like the Black History Month Soul Ring. And that one's really pretty. I got that one in foil. That was also a Secret Lair I bought. And that one just looks incredible in the foil. It's I loved a lot of those cards, but yeah, I think that Soul Ring might be my favorite, I think.
Mine is also a Soul Ring.
Really? Which one is yours?
This one.
That's a good one. Gosh, that's Secret Lair.
Into the Galaxy with the Galaxy foiling. So I never liked the Galaxy foil before the Secret Lair.
Yeah. When I got that Secret Lair, I put it in my Transformer deck. So I was like, this is very close to theme, and I really love building into theme.
Yes.
The
an exhibitionist.
Yeah. The lightning greaves from that was incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, like that was a really good one.
Yeah, the arcane signet.
Yes,
the bones.
yes. That's an incredible. Oh, I also really like there is that one secret layer that's got like almost ink blotty type cards. Like it's a stark white background. There's like the preordained and like Teferi's Ageless Insight. They have this like stark white background with this very like simplistic like shape based like art. I don't remember the name of that secret layer, but yeah, it had like Teferi's Ageless Insight, I think preordained was there's like Sphinx of the Second Sun in there. It was just like a blue secret layer, but that one was incredible looking.
Yeah.
I thought the Extra Life ones were really cute.
Yeah.
Like when they had the kids drawing them.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Crater Hoof Behemoth one
the
is
Crater Hoof. Oh my goodness. It's incredible.
It's so cute.
Like the Mole Drifter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They were so good. They did a great job with those.
Yeah. I like the heavy metal art style ones too. I just wish you guys would make ones that I actually would use.
Yeah.
Not all my decks can run the Waste Knot.
The Dark Ritual, the Frank Frazetta.
Oh, where it's like
yes,
like,
that is.
Oh my god,
that is so. Why is it $100?
I'm so jealous. Dan literally has a binder that has a page of those. A whole page of just those Dark Rituals. Yeah.
Oh, I hate them.
It's so incredible. I'm like, I look that. I think that was what made me fall in love because he was like showing me the binder, and I was like, oh my god, I want this so bad. But that's an incredible secret layer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mechanically.
Yeah.
My favorite one was from the Dungeons and Dragons, Among Thieves.
Oh yeah.
With Zank, the Paladin.
Oh, you'll have to remind me the effective. Is that the Exalted?
Yes, it's the Exalted one.
Mm-hmm. Not familiar.
Reggie Jean Page is so hot.
Absolutely. Yep. That's fair.
You heard it here.
Yeah. But yeah, auras you control have Exalted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Super cool for like a Voltron.
Yes.
Like, probably getting like light paws, I'm guessing, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or you just make it the commander.
Yeah. So I would like to make him his own commander someday, but right now I have him in Rafik, which is another Exalted.
Another Exalted there. That's cool. That's really cool.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I know many like mechanic based ones that are like cater to the card that's not just like a retexture. Although I like Wolverines a lot. Not to stay on the
regenerate.
It's got regenerate, and also whenever he deals damage, he gets a 1/1 counter on it. I think
at the end of your turn, if he dealt damage to a creature, he gets a 1/1 counter.
Yeah,
and he deals double damage.
Yeah.
So he's a 3-mana 2/2. He starts out with.
Yeah.
And then he has to do damage to a creature if you want to
make him strong.
I think a creature, or maybe just in general. Maybe he just needs to deal damage in general.
I think it's just whenever he deals damage in general.
It might be. I haven't played with him a lot.
He's red green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think mechanically that it's really good. It's really strong for red green, and also it fits so much with Wolverine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like every time he gets beaten down, he just comes back in the next panel just like a lot stronger, and he's like learned.
Yeah. And I kind of like the whole like him dealing double damage is kind of interesting because like he is like quite a lethal weapon with his claws, right? But he's not actually that strong like as a person. Like he's not stronger than Spider-Man or Thing or Hulk. Or, he's like barely close to an average build, but he's extremely lethal. So he should be doing extra damage despite not having that reflected in his power and toughness all the time, which I think is like extremely thematic.
Yep.
There's so much I was thinking about with the Marvel ones. Like I really like that Iron Man. Whenever he attacks, he like makes the treasure.
Yes.
And then he gets to like spends his money to like make the whatever. But I like the thing I really like about that as well. Like it's just thematically, it's like he's such like a like red and blue is perfect, right? Because he's like such an egotistical, like
is it
passionate, like he's extremely like animated and stuff. It's but having it so like he could he was like the source of his own like inventions is so cool. Like that's like so on theme.
That is very thematic.
Like of course Captain America having this throw and catch like is just so funny. His is maybe the most mechanic like, and honestly he might be the most mechanically dissonant only because like of the equipment that are available in Magic. It doesn't make a lot of sense when the best thing that he can wield is like Excalibur. Like that's the and also I honestly was bummed that they did the Sword of War and Peace for his shield. Just because like that actually is like a suboptimal equipment to do his ability with. And it's like kind of ironic. Like
you can tell they did it because of the name.
Yeah, definitely.
the pips on Captain America. Do we like it? Do we dislike it?
Yeah.
I
think it's fine.
I think it's like so to fit the red, white, and blue. I absolutely get it. I don't think he actually has any red in his personality at all.
No.
I get the whole Boros soldier thing, but he is such a calm and logical like individual. Like he's like passionate about his country and but like whenever he's like in the midst of battle, he's not making irrational decisions or like
I think
or he's not very aggressive either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the red in him personally.
I think I kind of disagree with you on that because red, like if we take Phyrexia LB1 for example, the reason why Atraxa doesn't have red is because Urabrask has a very like free-willed nature and very
That's
much
true.
like wants their own thing.
Yeah.
Marvel Civil War.
Yeah, that's true.
Captain America is very much like, no, I won't sign the peace accords because this is very much a violation of my rights.
That's true. That's very true.
So I think that's where the red comes into play.
I can see some of it. And that's the exciting thing is.
I hate Captain America.
I'm not a big Captain America fan either, but
That's fair.
No, it's okay.
No, yeah, I like Captain America, but I understand. It's kind of like I like Captain America, I like Superman.
he has his moments.
They're like I like those kind of like Boy Scout heroes.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about Captain America especially is I like that he doesn't like represent America. He represents like the American ideal. I like he's turned against his country multiple times because it's been corrupt, right?
Yeah.
That's what I really like about him. But anyways, this isn't the Captain America podcast.
Well, Marvel podcasting coming.
Yeah. As you can tell, we're nerds. And we love comics.
Yeah.
All right. Any other things we want to say about Secret Lair?
Did you?
Are any of us gonna pick up the Everyone's Invited deck for themselves?
Pass.
They have not hit me with a commander deck yet. They have like buying a commander deck is such a big commitment. Like I like, especially if it's a Secret Lair one. Like it's one thing if the commander deck's like $40-$50. Like I can buy a precon and be okay if like the deck construction is not exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
But when I'm spending like upwards of like $100 on the deck, it's like this deck better be pretty damn awesome. And like so far it has not been one. But not to hate on anyone who's enjoyed these decks so far.
Oh no,
that is absolutely like if someone got targeted by one of these decks and it was just like right up their alley. The Cats one, of course, great deck. Like I'm sure like everyone that got that one was super excited. Like,
I never got it.
Oh, sorry. But the people that got it, I'm sure that was super awesome for them. But that is one that wouldn't have resonated with me.
I like to, as much as because I do have a few tribal decks, I build a lot more closer to the theme than I do with the actual mechanics of the deck. And it feels like, from what I've seen on that Secret Lair, it's a little too narrowed for my personal play.
Yeah.
But if someone in our pod, like say if you were to get it and you were to play it, I'd be like, yeah, let's check this out. This is gonna be really cool.
I mean, I'm never gonna tell someone not to play their deck.
No.
Where they buy it from, what did not.
If you break out Turgrid, I will tell you no.
Really? What if Turgrid's in the 99?
No, that's fine. I actually don't care.
Oh, okay.
I love this card deck.
You can't play your Storm deck. I don't care. You can play it.
That I'm thinking about the things I've done with that deck, and I think that's fair. Storm is crazy, but yeah.
I will be buying it to take it apart to give some cards to my husband because the art is very reminiscent of some Daft Punk music videos.
Ooh.
I definitely was getting those vibes from it. And honestly, like oh my gosh, if they do straight up just have like some blue alien characters in there, I might be tempted enough to pick it up. But that's the other part about the Secret Lair decks is they don't replace the art for all of them.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like usually not a lot of cards either. It's like 10, maybe 20 of that, which is not a large portion. And especially when you have basics in the deck, right? It'd be pretty easy to slap the same art on all the basics. Like that saves you a bunch of, I don't know.
At least foil it all.
Yeah, at least foil it all. At least don't do the whole, oh my gosh, it's an inventory nightmare.
Yeah.
All the Secret Lair decks have been an inventory nightmare because they make them all list cards.
Yep.
But they're not treated as list cards. They weren't on the list or in the mystery boosters.
Although,
so you can't tell the difference between it and the list card, even though
that should be ending now for us.
Ooh.
I know it's a little late, obviously, but I think when the last Universes set dropped, they were like, yeah, we're not doing lists anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Because of Foundations, that's why.
Yes, yeah. But it will just be an inventory nightmare
Yes.
till the end of time.
Oh, yeah,
Because
for sure.
as long as we buy those cards, they're gonna get sorted into the wrong places and found in the wrong places. So, yep.
Yeah.
That's honestly partially a TCG player issue too. They could easily just classify all those cards as list cards, and then But
I really like how Mana Box does it.
Yeah.
A
Good job, Mana Box.
sponsor.
Honestly, I use Manabox for so much, and I really should just kind of cave and buy the subscription.
You
for it.
don't pay this. It's only $20.
I know. And it's
a
just,
month,
No,
once.
per year.
a year. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how much I pay for my comment tracking thing.
Yeah, I should do it just because I find myself having to delete files because I've hit the maximum for free
Yeah.
thing a lot. But and I eventually will. Manabox, if you're listening to this, I eventually will. I recommend your app to a lot of people, honestly.
Shout out to Architect, my ride or die.
Architect's pretty good too.
Playtesting favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a really great playtesting site. Moxfield, we can shout out to Moxfield.
Moxfield,
I
thank you
Moxfield.
for.
Well, you know what? Just shout out all of the every deck building site. Let's go.
EDH
EDH Rack. Shout out to EDH Rack.
MTG
Real,
Goldfish.
MTG Gold, real
Yes.
homies. That's it.
Yeah, that's honestly.
Shout out to Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. You're
Yes.
a real homie. You're a real homie.
Gatherer, thanks for having the rules.
Scryfall.
Oh,
Scryfall?
Huge
Yes.
shout outs to Scryfall.
Yes.
Absolutely.
love.
Better than any of Magic's own sites.
Yes.
Actually,
why
I wanna-
is Gatherer so shitty?
I was gonna say I actually want to use my shout out to take away Aiden's shout out specifically to
do it.
Gatherer. So unshout outed Gatherer. I actually got in trouble at a standard event because the Gatherer told me that Spell Pierce was legal in standard when it had rotated.
Yeah.
And Inver was like, dude, you can't play that card. And I was like, what? It was like that on Gatherer. And we straight up looked at like the Gatherer and it just said Spell Pierce
you
legal in
serious?
standard when it was currently not legal. Yeah. Yep.
Official Magic website.
It wasn't like a special guest or something?
No,
or?
no, it's just like if you look up Spell Pierce on Gatherer, it just like straight up said like in its legality, it just said standard legal. It was probably just not updated, but man,
Was this recent?
Huh?
Was this recent?
This was last like October, I want to say.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when
Somewhere.
Spell Pierce was in standard.
Spell Pierce was right. It was in
Was
some
it Kamigawa?
set. Huh?
That was Kamigawa.
I think it was
Yes, Kamigawa. So it rotated. Yeah.
Oh.
But because it's not currently in standard right now. Oh no! It just got added back. Aether Drift. It's now in standard because of Aether Drift.
Let's go.
I don't know anything because I refuse to look at Aether Drift.
That's fair.
It makes me see.
I mean, the best cards were
Wait,
like
you didn't
three,
like Hot Wheels set?
Oh, I'm good. No, I'm so sad because I really wanted a return to Amonkhet.
Yeah.
And what do we get? We get a third of a set, and every zombie's in a.
Ironically, in my opinion, all the best cards are actually the ones that where they showcase them in Amonkhet. And like a few of the Avishkar.
Yes. I do like that they renamed it. We're getting way off topic here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, what happened?
Hey, thanks for listening.
ADHD.
Yes.
Oh, so true.
Do we want to wrap this up here? Do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. This was a fun topic for us to talk about. Let us know in the comments what your guys' first Secret Lair was and which ones you like the most.
Yes. That's a good one.
Also, if you want Print to Demand to come back.
Yes. Let us know.
Petition.
Yeah. That's how we gotta get Wizards. We gotta get Wizards on board. Come on.
Let's take back our game. This is our campaign.
Let us know if you like the FOMO. Let us know if you're thriving in this era of having to wait at beck and call to every 11 a.m. on a Monday when a Secret Lair manages to find its way on your doorstep. Let us know. Let us know if that's totally up your alley, you know?
If you want an empty envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you want to get an empty package from Secret Lair. Yeah, that's...
check out our socials. We really want to talk with people and interact.
Yeah.
But
until next time, we've been Mind Rot. Bye.